You know what I'm actually going to turn this into? You guys just got a sneak preview. This is going to be the first look in the third episode of 6 Days Same Face, where we do purple eyes, blush, and a nude-ish lip. Say bye to the 80s adjacent. It's not quite the 80s, but it's not quite current. Yeah. Fun. Hi. Welcome to Delicate Dark Girl. I forgot my phone. It's day 2. This is what's on my lips right now. Anyway, I really like it. It's really been helping the condition of my lips. So I wanted to show you 3 things before I got started with my... This is episode 2, 6 Days Same Face. Today we will continue with our purple eyes, deep blush, and nude-ish mouth. Let's begin. I have more new stuff. I finally jumped into the ColourPop pool. They had a sale, and it was like 40% off. So their little $14 9-pan palettes were $9.80. So I got 3. It's my pleasure, and this is what we'll be using today. I'm showing you these ColourPop palettes because I know if you're like me, you probably look at them and you wonder like, how's that undertone coloring gonna look on me? I really want to wear blue. I want to wear pastel and have it look kind of dreamy. I think Beauty Bakery, these aren't pastels, but this kind of coloring, it looks really pretty, and it's still, you can make it something very dreamy. And these ColourPop ones, I'm going to try the lightest one in the purple palette today, and we'll use that as a gauge. But when I swatch them, in theory, it looks like it'll be okay. Anyway, so let's move on to today's stuff. And basically, we're going to be doing makeup for glasses, which means makeup. And, well, first we have to start by taking off our glasses. Bye, glasses. See you in a little bit. Because when you wear contacts, I feel like glasses are so essential, because there are some days when your eyes just can't take it. Since we're doing makeup for glasses, today I'm actually gonna go... We're gonna do foundation free. We're gonna focus on eyes. Anyway, moving on. Let's do eyebrows. But this is just eyebrows. I'll be right back, okay? Okay. They don't have to be perfect, but they should be good. Like, they should at least be what you were aiming for. It's okay. We won't get trapped in eyebrow land ever. Moving on. We're actually going to use our fingers for this palette. So let me just, hold on. I got this raw sugar hand sanitizer. You guys heard of them? So now we're going to bring you in. Hi. My eyelids are a little swollen right here. Right here. It'll be another couple hours before they're where they are normally. This is purple eyes. We're gonna, I personally wanted to do the pastel-y lilac color because I've been talking to you about pastels for the last like 20 minutes. You won't see all of it, but I was rapping. And it's called Kitten Fish. I'm nervous. So this is it on the finger. And this is it on the eye. Oh, looks good, actually. Oh. There's a little fallout, but it's okay. Just dust it away. Honestly. Everything gets fallout if you try hard enough. Bing! I like that. Let's see. So I'm just gonna bring it a little higher over the crease. And then just blend it with my finger out here. So there you go. A beautiful dreamy pastel. It's always harder to do this side. Sorry. So there you have it. A dreamy pastel purple on the lid. Wow, it's my pleasure indeed. I'm gonna put Earth Shine with a brush. But I really want it to be faint. Like that. Like really. I don't want to carry it like I usually do. I just want it to be. Like that. Okay. Boom. And honestly, if I said, I'm going to tight line, but I'm going to tight line with brown. I was going to tight line with black. Let's tight line with black. We're going to tight line with brown. So those are the eyelines. Ooh. Okay. And then we'll just use our mascara. Not going to do anything to the bottom. We're just going to gently do eyelashes. Okay. I really like this mascara. Eyes done. Back up. It's time for spot foundation. I actually don't want to put foundation on. Just a little bit here and here and here. Black oval. I hit my forehead just a little bit. Okay, so now we will go into the blush. So we're going to use that. I'm actually going to use my hand. We're going to use Sleeper. Just bear with me. Alright, we do that, and then, give me a second, let me clean my hands. And then, I'm going to use Fan Fiction. Where my blush belongs. Okay. Now, I'm not done, don't worry. Let me take our little puff. That's all we can do. And last but not least, another new product. Minted. So as you know, I have that one minted lipstick that I'm like always tooting about. Maybe not always, right? Like I toot about it a little bit. This one's minted number 5. Anyway, this is the base. Beautiful. Wow. It's just amazing how much I can't see. We'll try Europa for a splash of color. Matching the dreaminess of the eyes. And then it turned into the like mid-90s on my cheeks for some reason. And then it's the early 2000s again on my lip. Yeah. Day 2 finished. Bye. See you tomorrow, day 3. Hi. I'm wearing a pink shirt today because I felt like it. It's actually kind of a sweater, but it's short sleeve. This is a whole different day. Okay. I finished work and I realized that I didn't like how that makeup turned out before, so I redid it. Eyebrows are different. They're a little fuller today. They're also a little grayer. I used my natural brown elf pencil, which I usually like, but this one's a lot grayer actually. Anyway, they're a lot fuller and a lot more just relaxed, which I like better. And then I just did the eyes though exactly the same, so I skipped that part. I didn't need to show it to you. I did my skin exactly the same with the beautiful black oval, so you get that nice little finish there. I'm sorry, the firm is on TV. It's like really loud. We're doing different blush today. Take these off real fast. I'm actually going to use Myth, okay? And I'm gonna mix it because it's actually very warm toned Myth. So I'm gonna mix it with Fan Fiction to make it a little cooler. Oops, wrong side. There we go. Gonna have to hold them like this. They both have a mirror, so just a little bit. That's cute. I'm actually gonna do 3 colors for my blush, so hold on to your butt. I saw that on social. You know how, okay, there's a phrase, an American phrase, or anyone's phrase, I guess, I don't know, I only heard it in America, but, so it's like, blah, 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 hold on to your seats. So, somebody was literally like, hold on to your butt, and I don't know why that took me out, but it really did, because I wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna move it up here, but just Myth. I like that better. Okay. Bye bye. So that was the Moira Little Fairy Tales. And now I'm gonna take this brush and go into the color that's on my eyelid a little bit and just kind of press it here. At the front. I just kind of gently go over it so it kind of melts into the skin. So there's like a sheen of purple-ish tone. And I put it a little lower than I would usually put blush because, again, I'm wearing glasses, so the lip is going to be almost the same. We're still going to use that base, that number 5 Minted, just because it was so good. I really like it. Oh, and then Flower Beauty Spiced Petal. That's just my jam, so. The end. That's what's done my hair. I got a little deep part. Yeah, this is so much better. Okay. I had to go get my glasses. Okay, bye. See you on day 3. Day 4. I'm going to finish putting conditioner in my hair. Okay, I'll be right back. So this is with the conditioner in it. And I've been meaning to do a hair stories, a scalp stories I call it, on this channel. So I changed the part. So I'm just gonna like try to part it from the middle. And I have fine hair, so a middle part looks less sparse than a side part. Mine is fine hair with medium low density, so you see that part. It's a good little part. I don't care if it's not too even. We'll just leave it like that. That's just conditioner. I put enough to keep it moist under the hat, and then I'm gonna cover it with oil while it's still visible, so that it doesn't completely air dry. Be right back. I'm back. So I just put 2 bobby pins at the end of the braid. They're gonna get clipped to the back real quick. I used this Shea Moisture Hydrate and Repair Manuka honey and yogurt conditioner. And then I used this by Kindred Black. Come on. There you go. Kalahari melon seed oil. Kindred Black. So, the ingredients are pure organic Kalahari melon seed oil. And it comes in a bottle, a hand-blown glass bottle like this. And I used quite a lot on my hair. I use a lot of product on my hair. I think I'll be okay for a while. It comes wax sealed. My sister cut it for me, but that's because that's the shipping seal. Anyway, so after I do that, I put those two things on there. Usually I use any oil that you feel is best for your hair. I used to really like grapeseed oil or almond oil on my hair, but now I'm trying that melon seed oil. Anyway, this is castor oil, and I just put it on the very end. Just the very ends. Thin little ends there. Castor oil is so thick. And the Kalahari melon seed oil, it smells like toasted nut seeds. It's faint, but it's definitely there. Nothing stronger than castor oil. It smells so strong. And then I will show you what I'll do with them. So now I'll take these two braids, put them in the back, like so. Can you see? Like so. Okay. And that's my hair. So that was a small segment for scalp stories hidden inside 6 days, same face. Let's get on to the face. So here's some Fruitia Pore Control Cream. It's so hard to find that now. I had to order it off of, like, on their website, especially that green one. It's always sold out. Just gonna do regular eyebrow activity. So, we'll be right back after the eyebrows are done. Back. Let's do eyes first, because, yeah. So today's purple is gonna come from the Norvina. I wonder if you guys thought I had any Anastasia. I got these in one of those holiday gift sets where it was like all three for $69. So I got the Norvina, the Soft Glam, and the pink one. I like that they come with their little brushes. My idea is to use Squill and Celestial. I think that would be pretty. For the base, I'm going to be using, what is it, Passion and Volatile. This is a little red. I'm going to kind of tone it down with this little grayish brown here. Okay. That'll work. So that's the base. I like it. Soil time. I like that. It's like a smoky purple. Is it blended? Okay. Yeah, it's blended enough for me. I'm actually going to put a little more just on the lid. There you go. Me. And then I'm going to take my finger and then put the Celestial. First, I'm going to do eyeliner. Let's bring you in. Boom. Hi. This is my little purple eyeball. Pow. Now we're just going to do this in this thing I've been doing where I only do eyeliner at the end. Oh, jeez. Alright. And then I'll try to do it again over here. Just gonna make this one a little longer. We'll take the same brown that we used to do our eyebrows. Just wipe it off a little bit. It's got concealer on it. And we'll just kind of... Okay. It's not the same eyeliner, but... Excuse me. Just put a little more up there. So they can kind of match. Alright. Okay. We're actually going to use black mascara. Black. But first, we'll put our sparkle on. So I'm going to take that Celestial. It's darker than the than Soul, but it's okay. I like it. It's got blue sparkle in it, so that's why I thought they'd go together. I'll take it just a little bit above my crease. That's right. So, Anastasia palettes are fun. I do find them a little repetitive sometimes, but like you can see them cycling some of the colors. But if you're okay with that, you could have a good time doing soft looks, and some of them have a color palette that's nice for if you like simpler makeup. It's easier to pair the colors together because of how they're laid out. So you might look at this and be like, what am I going to do with all these colors? But if you've seen my makeup collection video, I talk about this a lot, where you can split it up into duos or quads. She has a shimmer row and a matte row. Okay, for this one. So for this one in particular, it's shimmer, all matte row. So you could think of it in duos or quads. So you could pair these two together for an eye look, or you could pair. So you have this as the base, and then you use this to deepen it up, and then you put this in the inner corner, and then you put this on the lid. Like, this is a light base, but it's okay because you'll be using this to deepen it up. You use that as a quad, right? And then you can use this as a quad. This one you can use as a base. This one you can use as a point color. Just at the lid. Maybe I'll show that one day. And then you can top it with this and put that on the inner corner or the waterline. You can use these two colors on the waterline and these two on your top eyelid. I actually really like that idea, and I think I'm going to do that for a Double Darko video. Or you can use it as duos. Yeah, I think they're arranged nicely. As usual, this is the most useless color, but you can find a use for it. You could use it to put on your waterline as a base before you put maybe some other color in a different palette. I don't know, or whatever. Like, honestly, it's the most useless color, but it's there. It's got a slight shimmer. So you know I hate matte creams unless I have a specific idea, like an eyeshadow look for it, like my Cotton Blossom look. Anyway, moving on. Now, I like a wispy clump, but sometimes I like a clean, voluminous kind of mascara. And I feel like the Milk Kush is somewhere in the middle. Ta-da! Alright, back up. Yum. Okay. You know, people like do that thing where they're flexing and the trapezial muscles go pow. So now we'll just go into the face. I already have primer on, so we'll just do our regular thing here. Get under the eye, forehead. No. Oh no. Almost out. And then around the mouth. I finally found a powder, a brown powder that wouldn't lighten my face. I had to plug you up. I wasn't done. The Patmograph Labs. And I applied that liberally. I will be using the bronzer palette. This is dark. And I'll be using these two as a blush. Last time I just went in here and then a little bit of this, you know, so I just mix it like that and like that. So what I did first is you layer that, you see, and then it becomes a perfect nude blush. Bob-um. Oops. And then we'll just buff that out. We'll take it across the face. This one's a little more redder than this one. This one's a little more red. Okay. This one's a little redder than this one. So I like to add a little more of that to keep it from being red. And so for lip, this is Mented number 5. Boop. And this is Flower Beauty Dark and Stormy. My old friend. I'm so satisfied with this face. And the end. Bye-bye. I have to go. Bye. See you in day 5. thunderstorming. I just got back from work. I got back from work in the nick of time. The rain was pouring down in sheets. Like the kind where you like have trouble seeing in front of you sheets. This was my work makeup. But we're gonna take it off, everything except my eyebrows. They kind of came off at work though. But you hear that? That's shocked. Okay, but you want to see my work makeup first? Get you a better look at the eye with a better light. Oh, anyway. That's it. Something really simple. It's like a rosy-ish nude and just some brown liner. I used the Pat McGrath D7. Anyway, let's get on to the last and final day of 6 days same face. I'm going to wipe off everything except my eyebrows and come back. Okay, hi. We're bare-eyed all over again and bare-faced. Actually, what I like to do when I come back from work, besides to wash my hands, is wipe my face down with a bit of toner. So actually, I'm gonna do that. I'm just being careful not to wipe my eyebrows away. Since we're doing a thing here, we'll just add a little bit. Like, doing skincare after you do your eyebrows is such a hassle. On TV, I have an ambiance thing. It is, what is it called? So it's like I'm doing my makeup in a cafe. It's Coffee Shop Vibes, the channel. And this one is Cozy Coffee Shop Ambiance with relaxing jazz music, rain sounds, and crackling fireplace, 8 hours. But the rain sounds you hear are actual rain sounds. I have the TV on mute. Anyway, if you look that video up, it's very nice. Alright, let's get to the eye makeup. We're gonna start with a base, a mixture of a base. So, I recently bust this palette back out. Love it. We're gonna use that color, which is, what is that? Velouria, and this color. And we're gonna put them on mixed as the base. And we're gonna see where this goes. I have an idea in my head. That doesn't mean that's how it's going to end up. Oh, it kind of reminds me of Soul in the ABH palette. Let's add a little more purple there. I want this to be a nice little base. The Velouria took over. Excuse me, I'm gonna need more purple. Thank you. Okay. I like them mixed together, so then we get a grayish purple kind of thing here. Okay. So then we have my smoky gray base. I actually really like that, but it's not done. We're gonna take this color. Oh, I made a mistake. It's not what I really wanted to do. Hold on, let's get you a little closer, huh? Whee! I like that. I like that hazy. I like the hazy eye. I'm really into a hazy eye these days. I was gonna do something here, but I kind of want to leave it hazy like this. So, okay, we'll just take a little bit to pretend it's like an eye line, like that much. And we'll just try not to ruin it. We're ruining it. Alright, so now we will go into the Pat McGrath quad. This was the Flare Fantasia. And we're going to use the lavender blue, which is that one there, because I think it'll go best with this hazy feeling. I'm going to use our finger. And just go straight up, almost to the brow bone. But like only in the middle. Yay. Okay. We're just gonna blend a little bit. Alright, leave it like that. With this kind of eye, I don't want a wing. I'm just gonna use this brown. Put it right there. At the line. But only at the back. To round it off, and hopefully I can do the same over here. There it is. And then mascara. Okay. I really like that. Aww. My hazy purple eyes. Back up. We're gonna do no foundation. I feel like hazy eye makeup should go with unfoundationed skin. No? Okay. We'll do what we usually do and just put a bit of foundation under the eyes. And you know, I've obviously been living under a beauty rock, but I am so disappointed that Estee Lauder has not thrown that wild man off of the board. Like, I don't care if it's named after your family. You be tripping. People get tossed out of their family companies all the time. I don't understand why it can't happen to him. I can't get with that, so unfortunately for me, I can't get any more Estee Lauder. I just have to use the one that I have quietly. So I won't be tooting about that anymore. Anyway, moving on. Now this lip I've been really into right now. This is Ingenue. This is Color Pop. Color Pop. Look at this pimple mound. Okay. And then I'm gonna use a bit of this at the corner to warm up the edges. And as always, to ignore my Cupid's bow, but softly, because this lip liner is from ColourPop too, and it's like the same color as my face. This is Control. Okay, so there's that, and then we're gonna use Rom and. This is a newer purchase. This is their Juicy Lasting Tint, and this one is coconut. What is it? Coconut. Excuse me. Dark coconut. And I just love the way it looks over this kind of beige lip. Should I bring you in for that? I'm gonna have to drop the camera. Hold on. Make the tripod do a split. Hi. Now we're gonna go in with dark coconut. Juicy lasting tint. So it's like a, not like it's a, I wouldn't call it a gloss, but it's like a gloss. I hope you're enjoying that thunder. Get ready with me on a rainy day. And we're just gonna layer this up. Boop. Ta-da! I like the way they look together. If I put it on my lips direct, it comes off a lot deeper and more, it's got like a burgundy kind of tint to it, which I really like. But I like when I pair it with something beige underneath because it gives it a different kind of coloring. Everyone stop, we didn't put blush on. Okay, so I'm gonna use this lipstick by Revlon. Right? Is Revlon? Yeah. And it's number 14. Good. Shameless. Yeah, this is Revlon. And we're just gonna not put it directly on our face, but like rub it on our finger. And then see if I can blend it out properly on the face. Oh, that's actually really cute. Without. I like that. I was trying to find the right lipstick that would complement what I already did on my lips. I think I will do that from now on. Like, you know, put lipstick on and then try to find a cheek. Because a lot of times I put the cheek on first and then be stuck with what lip, like, oh no, what lip do I do? Lots of people know, and lots of people use their lipstick as a cream blush, but I realized that even with oily skin, when you properly moisturize your oily skin, a cream blush can actually last a little longer than a powder blush, simply because it doesn't break down in the same way. A powder blush kind of with your oily skin kind of breaks down and then kind of dissipates the powder and then your cheek color. But with a cream, especially if it's a matte lipstick like this one, this is super lustrous. This is their matte collection. You can tell by the case. They last a little longer as a color on the cheek, even when your oils start to show up. They don't break down the same way. So anyway, that's actually a great blush. I like it. Okay, hold on. Let me show you the difference. So this is another Revlon, but this is a cream lipstick. So their cream lipsticks have more of a satin finish. The cases are usually glossy when the lip is glossy, and then when it's a matte, they usually make it that soft matte texture. So you can even go by feel most times. Most people do it, not everyone though. Anyway, there we go. We have our blush, our lip, and our purple eye. And that is goodbye.